Hello, welcome to the Project Manager Salary Report. This report reviews salaries of project managers and other project personnel across the world. We'll start off taking a look at the various countries. We'll also take a look at some specific countries to zero in on those countries, using them as an example of how project manager salaries are spread across experience levels and spread across job descriptions and titles. The first country on the list, Switzerland. 549 respondents and $130,966 median salary. Now, for example, when you dig into the report to get an idea of how many people were surveyed and how they were spread across the board by PMP and non-PMP, you find that there are some interesting differences. For example, looking at Switzerland right now, we see the number differs for those who have less than 5 years of experience. And then those that have 5 to less than 10 years of experience, and then 10 plus years of experience. It grows rather interestingly. Those that don't have a PMP are on the median of 121,718. Those that do have a PMP are on the average of $136,003. So you can see, looking at this number, those that have a PMP in Switzerland, on average, are making far more than the average by $6,000. Now, that is just one country, and this is not a country where the PMP is necessarily dominant like it is in the United States. Let's take a look at another country, the United States. In the United States, 10,937 people were surveyed. Looking at the median, we can see it's 112,000. Now, if we dig into this number, we find that PMPs are making $3,000 more than the average at 115,000. Non-PMPs on the other end of the spectrum are making 92,000. You could drill down to find additional content and how this relates to the number of years in the industry. It's a rather interesting report. But to summarize the US further, we see that the PMP advantage is 25%. That is a significant number. Think about it. PMPs on average are making 115,000 in the United States across the 10,000 plus folks who were interviewed for this survey. Those who are not PMPs on average are making 92,000. That is a $23,000 differential. And that should tell you that the PMP exam is definitely here to stay and is making a difference in salary levels. Australia, 108,000. Germany, 88,000. And I'll round up to the most convenient 1,000 here. The Netherlands, 86,000. UAE, 84,000. New Zealand, 84,000. Qatar, 82,000. United Kingdom, 81,000. Belgium, 78,000. Ireland, 75,000. Hong Kong, 74,000. Sweden, 73,000. Canada, 73,000, which is rather interesting, being that Canada is just a hop and a trot away. In fact, the Canadian border, United States border, you can walk across. But when you look at the salary differential, it is quite remarkable. And this shows in the United States, project managers on average are paid a whole lot more. Taking a look at that number, we saw in the United States, the number was far higher. Geographically, they're very close. So if we subtract 112 minus 73, you're getting roughly $39,000 difference. That's a boatload of money. Something to think about if you work in Canada. South Africa, 71,000. Singapore, 67,000. Saudi Arabia, 63,000. Japan, 62,000. France, 62,000. South Korea, 62,000. Italy, 53,000. Chile, 51,000. Spain, 48,000. Brazil, 45,000. Poland, 40,000. Remember, the number on top is the number of survey respondents. Costa Rica, 38,000. Peru, 36,000. Ecuador, 35,000. Mexico, down the road from us, 34,000. Turkey, 33,000. Colombia, 30,000. Taiwan, 30,000. Malaysia, 30,000. China, 29,000. India, 25,000. Nigeria, 21,000. Egypt, 10,000. That concludes our review of this report in terms of salary numbers. Drilling down into this report yields some rather interesting figures and facts for the different titles in project management. I'll read a few of these for you to get the bearings of how the numbers change. Project Manager 1, Project Manager 2, and Project Manager 3 are in that order. Let's examine the numbers out of the United States, primarily. Use that as an idea of how to review the other numbers in the report. In the United States, the median across the board, whether PMP or not, is 112,000. The highest amount of money paid within the United States is to the director of the PMO, 140,000 on average, followed by the portfolio manager, 134,000 on average, followed by the program manager, 121,000 on average, followed by project manager 3, 110,000, project manager 2, 96,000, project manager 1, 87,426 to be precise. We also have project management specialists making 90,000 and the consultants, project management consultants, who are not the same as salaried employees. Those are making 115,000 on average. Remember, these are all median numbers. So studying these numbers will give you an idea of how much salary you could make as a project manager. The numbers are rather remarkable. Now let's summarize this report. There's never been a better time to be a project manager because the skills and expertise are in demand globally. I've seen that in my career. You may have seen it. I've seen my career just skyrocket in terms of salary, the moment I got PMP certified, it increased by 300%. Salary data from more than 33,000 project managers was used for this. Responses from professionals in 37 countries were used for this. A general listing of median salaries can be found in this report. Salary data could be cross-tabulated by 15 demographic variables, including 8 positions, as I read, from entry level all the way to senior executives in project management. Reported salary increases over the past 12 months and expected salary increases over the next 12 months. There's also information on employee benefit packages. This is definitely a report you want to get your hands on. If you want to get your hands on the report, I would advise you to go to pmi.org or simply Google Project Management Salary Survey. Thank you for joining, and all the best in your job search and negotiating that salary. Bye for now.